Hi, good morning. Welcome to HeKate's Crossing. I'm Paula. Okay, after watching V from V Love and Crystals and Tara from Kittens, Weights and Tarot, and they're talking about their love decks. So I wanted to sort of go through and basically share decks that I would use in relationship readings. Now, really, you can use any tarot deck and any oracle deck you like. These are decks that, for me, self-care and love in so many ways. Not just love as in a relationship between maybe a couple in some way, but also between family and friends and that sort of, and also self-care as well, also loving within oneself. So I want to start with the tarot deck that I normally use for relationship readings, and that is the Romantic Tarot. That's the back of the cards, that's the front. The reason why I like this deck is because of the imagery. Really is about relationships. It makes you really think about the connection between people. Sorry, and the connection we have within ourselves as well. I do love this, working with this deck. I've really enjoyed sort of deep diving a little bit into it for my study last month. I'm still sort of working with it occasionally. Now, another tarot deck that I'm really enjoying working with for relationship readings is the Deck of Heroes. It's a real masculine deck. Does sort of give it that sort of other alternative. It just seems to give me a really good connection with relationships. I find it works really, really well. And I know the imagery is quite dark, and so it is a little bit hard to sort of see on camera. Even in person, there's actually quite a dark deck unless you've got all the lights on and etc. And you haven't got sun shining straight in your face. But anyway, so really cool, but it's a really sort of cool deck. I don't know why, it just really gives it a really neat feel when you're doing a relationship reading. So that's those. Now, I actually created a deck myself. Actually a few, but I haven't got them all with me. I haven't printed them all out yet. But on Make Playing Cards, you can find the Love Oracle that I created, Best as Art Love Oracle. This is through my digital art. And I know they're bordered and that's because I had the words already printed on them, so then I didn't want to lose the words. So if you want to trim them or whatever, and they're all the same way, they're all landscape. That's all done with my digital art. And you can use the keywords, use your own intuition. What do the colours mean? What do you see in the imagery? And they're inspired by connections I had on Sue. You'll find these Oracle of Passions too on the Make Playing Cards, which I'm looking forward to getting at some stage. So that's it for sort of my deck right now. So we're talking about the Power of Love activation cards. I like to sort of add a message from this deck here. This is James Van Prague. It's just very simple with a keyword here and then a bit of a affirmation, a bit of a sentence there about the card. So things like empathy, you feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. So those sort of things are really cool deck. So let's have a look what's next. Sort of don't want to keep things tidy. so easy to sort of get quite messy when you start unloading all the decks and things you've got. Right, okay, so another little one I think for self-love is the Let Go. These little decks are really cool. I mean, there's lots of them. I've got flowers and one that's inspired by Frida Harris, but this is called Let Go, and I think this is a really good little deck to use. So this one's got fragrant other flowers that bloom when you smile and let go. A river of love flows through you when you let go. Let go of all the time. Let go of all the limitations. You're creating a goddess through living your life. Who is she? So, and the images on the other side are really cool as well. So that's a cool little deck for self-care. Okay. Now I think crystal oracle decks are really good for self-care and love and that sort of thing. I think these are really great. Sort of look at the inside: inspiration, angels, soul healing, transition, passion, compassion, clarity, release, spirit guides, courage, peace, fun, ground, rebirth, etc. So I think these are really, really good as well for a self-care type deck. Now the other one for self-healing, self-care and love and that sort of thing, I think is the Crystal Alley cards. I think these are beautifully done. The images are gorgeous. The with the book you've got working with the chakras and the elements and the affirmations, and so I think there's a lot of self-care, self-love in this deck as well. So I think that's a really important when you're working with relationships and things like that. This is a really good, you know, for a client, when I'm doing a reading for a querent, this can be a really good addition to the relationship reading because it may help them get through a difficult time. So I find that a really good addition to any sort of relationship reading as well. So many amazing decks out there. It is quite hard to sort of narrow it down to like really cool. Now, an artist that I think is really worth mentioning is Justine from Hand Me That Pencil. Now her deck here, Songs of My Heart, they've got affirmations on them. The artwork is stunning. There's lots of diversity in the way of colour and age and body size with the artwork here. I just think they're stunning. Have got a little bit of scenery with throughout New Zealand. It's just gorgeous. Songs of My Heart. So Justine from Hand Me That Pencil, definitely an artist who does a lot of her decks are self-care. I'm only going to show a couple here. So we've got the Tiny Rituals cards, very much with you shine as you are, not change nothing, invest time in your faith, reflect on good deeds, delve deeper in self, reach out and connect. So you can see here, this is very much a self-care, self-love deck. Now, I think a deck that's really good for relationship readings, that have worked really, really well when I've done readings for clients, for querents, is the Naked Truth. Now, I just love this deck. It's got also a little sort of poison bottle at the bottom as well, you know, poison aspects of it, and it's just got keywords on it. It's just really cool. The Beloved cards have got a variety of people on them. They're not just male and female. You've got two of the same sex as well, whatever that may be for you personally. And I love that. Trapped card is really cool. I think that's conquer and juggle and liberate. See, there's one of the Beloved cards there. So you can see balance, flow, strive, invoke. So you can really see this is a really cool deck for relationships. That's the naked truth. Another one from Hand Me That Pencil, Justine, an amazing artist in New Zealand. Now, a couple of other oracle decks which I think are really, really important to mention here. One is Shadows of Light by HeKate. Beautiful deck for meditation, reflection, self-care. I think it really sort of gets down to the different aspects that you're needing to sort of focus and meditate on. So definitely recommend this deck here. Shadows of Light. Oops, and I just dropped a card. Just pop that back in. So many amazing decks. Healers of the Earth Oracle, another deck that talks about, you know, self-care, self-love in so many ways. Great for relationships as well. I find this works really, really well for readings. Just so beautiful. Cards are gorgeous. The fabric. Another beautiful deck by Mandy Peterson. Really amazing artwork. I'm sorry the light's just not that great today with the sun shining in. So just amazing. Healers of the Earth Oracle. I mean, like I said, there's so many amazing decks. Pulling them out of my collection and really deciding what decks do I actually use in relationship readings. Another deck that I sort of started using in relationship readings, I haven't as of late, but I did do a few when I first got this deck, and that is the Divine Feminine. I do find even relationship readings have found this deck to work really, really well. Just seems to give really nice messages about relationships with people. So I just think this deck here is another amazing deck for relationship readings. And I really need to sort of pull this out again, I think. I'm sort of getting into that mode and re-looking at how I do my readings and what sort of works really, really well. Okay, another one is the Intuitive Soul Oracle cards by Lisa Williams. This works extremely well for relationship readings in so many ways. It does have the male and female cards, yes and no, and the other sort of aspects of commitments and now and surrender. It's got the seasons in it, and it's just, the artwork's gorgeous, the messages are fantastic. Another great deck for relationship readings. So yeah, definitely the Intuitive Soul Oracle by Lisa Williams. And the last deck I haven't really super explored yet, it's still on my to use list, is the Oracle Mermaids. I feel like it's like honouring the masculine, transparency, just gives me a lot of soul cage, it's got freedom. So I really feel like this is a deck that's going to do really, really well in relationship readings, love readings, in so many ways. It's got fertility, energy, field adjustment, like wisdom, Lemuria, return. It just feels very relationship. Here we've got the yearning card. Man, see the crane bag. Just got so much more. The mirror, a feeling of vulnerability. It just feels very relationship based deck. So that's it from me. Just a real quick look at decks that I could use for relationship readings when I sort of really get down to the nitty gritty. Just sorting out which decks sort of suit the moment, suit the client, suit the querent, suit the question, etc. So really, that's it from me. Don't forget to check out Tara's video, Kitten Weights and Tarot, and V from V Love and Crystals. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.